Hey, what's up Guardians, TBL here, and I just wanted to bring you guys a quick little video discussing some new information that's come out of an Activision shareholder style meeting where they talked a bit about their finances and their new acquirement, the King Corporation, which makes Candy Crush and mobile stuff and stuff like that. Now, most of this report was positive. Activision has noted that they have a pretty big profit surge over the past year, especially with games like Destiny and Black Ops 3 on the horizon. They talked a little bit about Black Ops 2's current player base, as well as Destiny's current registered users. Apparently, as of the Taken King, Destiny has 25 million registered players, which is absolutely titanic. But the thing I wanted to focus on was what Activision CEO Eric Hirshberg said concerning Destiny and upcoming microtransactions and future DLC. Now, look, we all remember Bungie saying that stuff like microtransactions for emotes and dances and stuff that we can pick up for events like Festival of the Lost are basically going to go into funding their live team. Now, a lot of people took this as meaning, oh hey, well we pay for this stuff and maybe that means the future DLC will be free. Now, unfortunately, Bungie never actually said that. They never explicitly said that microtransaction income would fund all of the future DLC, just that it would fund the live team. And I always assumed that the live team was responsible for, the weekly patches and the hotfixes. We've been getting hotfixes almost every single week since the Taken King came out, which is much better than the track record Bungie had with Destiny for year one. But, a lot of people were super hopeful that this meant that, hey, we paid for the microtransactions, we're going to be buying dances and stuff, which presumably are going to be, continuing their release as the year goes on, with more and more emotes and stuff for us to buy. Maybe, just maybe, that money's going to go towards that DLC, but it's looking like that's not going to be the case, and, I'm really not surprised about it, and I'm actually not that mad about it either. And I wouldn't really blame people for thinking that, since, that was pretty heavily hinted at in that recent Kotaku article talking about the messy truth behind Destiny's development. As I recall, that was the first place that really speculated behind this whole free DLC thing, and they kind of disseminated that information without really any official word from Activision or Bungie. I do believe the exact quote from Kotaku was, rather than sell big expansion packs like they did last year, Bungie is planning on giving out quests and missions for free, sources say. That means the game's next paid expansion will be Destiny 2 in the fall of 2016. That'll be $60. And, well, it's looking like that might not actually be the case. So anyway, when asked about paid expansions, DLC type content, and microtransactions going forward in Destiny, Activision CEO Eric Hirshberg responded with this: I think they're already coexisting. We had a full year of expansions to the game that have been very well received and sold quite well. More recently, you've seen us introduce smaller, in-game purchases that allow people to customize their experience and express themselves. Those have been very well received and have sold well also. I think we've already shown that DLC and microtransactions can coexist and that our community is hungry for more great content. Now, that's a lot of flowery speech from a CEO, but I think it's pretty obvious that he's saying both paid expansions and microtransactions will be continuing in Destiny's future as we move towards the release of the sequel next year. In layman's terms, we're still gonna have paid DLC as well as more microtransactions. And, I'm really not too upset about that. It's about what I expected anyway. And really, that's why I wanted to make this video and just, get my thoughts out, because I wanted to temper responses here. I know a lot of people were super hopeful that microtransactions would again fund future DLC, but it's important to be realistic with this. I always looked at the whole microtransaction statement from Bungie as saying, hey, we're going to use the income from microtransactions to again fund a team that's basically going to be live updating the game. Whenever there's a game-breaking glitch, they'll be there to patch it. Whenever there's, imperfect Iron Banner rewards, they'll be there to save the day. And, maybe they'll be there to toss in a special event or two every once in a while. More smaller stuff like the Festival of the Lost, maybe a Christmas special or something for the Guardians. But anyway, I think it's pretty clear that Bungie and Activision will be moving forward with the normal DLC paid model that they've had for the past year. At least that's what it's looking like, and you better believe Bungie has some more content coming, or at least they better. This is going to be a very rough month for Bungie and their player numbers. We've got Fallout 4, Black Ops 3, Star Wars Battlefront, all really heavy-hitting titles, and Bungie's definitely going to have to prepare for that, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had a new sort of DLC expansion coming out sometime soon. But either way, that's what I think, guys. And I hope you didn't get your hopes up too much for free DLC. I mean, who knows, it could be a thing, but it probably won't be. But anyways, those are my thoughts on the subject. Be sure to leave me yours in the comment section below. Can't wait to read them. But alright, that's it for me now. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.